Welcome back to Castle Ravenloft, the Dungeons & Dragons adventure board game. We are playing Escape the Tomb. We have Allisa, the human ranger. And yes, a big goof up last episode. I should not have been able to put down the glyph of warding here, which then took out the zombie. I contemplated trying to undo it all and try and fix it all, and it would just get too messy. So I'm just going to leave it as is. I'll just say it was a bonus for Allisa for having missed drawing the first 4 treasure cards of the adventure. So she got to place the glyph of warding for free. At least that's how we're going to play it. And yes, the other thing I missed at the end of last episode was the ghoul rolled a 7 and had a +7, which would give it a 14. However, we do have the Haunted Mists in play, which gives all undead creatures +2 to hit. So that is indeed enough to hit Allisa, because it would, instead of being 14, it would make it a 16. Her armor class is 15, so indeed, she gets hit 1 damage. That means she has 1 health left. And because it was a paralyzing claw, she cannot move this turn. She's immobilized. All right, that's fixed what I can fix. So let's continue on. Strad has not woken up yet. 1 more white triangle exploration tile, and he will. But in the meantime, let's carry on. So hero phase. Well, we can't move, but we can use our trusty careful attack card, which means an adjacent monster takes 1 damage. The ghoul has 1 health, and we take it out because it's adjacent to us. It's going to give us 2 more experience. But we can't move anywhere. But our mobilized goes away. And yes, let's not forget, we get a treasure card for taking out the ghoul. And we get clear the air. Play this fortune immediately. Discard an environment card in play. Excellent. So we get rid of the Haunted Mists. So now we do not have the +2 for undead. Ooh, that's pretty good. That could have come sooner, but there you have it. And so I couldn't move. Now, I can't explore one of the unexplored edges because there are no unexplored edges here. And so I need to go into... so we're not going to draw a tile because we can't. So we're going right into the villain phase, which is if you didn't place a tile, you have to draw an encounter card. Indeed, we will need to draw an encounter card. And we have a fire trap. Place the fire trap marker on the active hero's tile. If the tile already has a marker, discard the card and draw a new encounter. Trigger the trap during your villain phase. Each hero on the tile takes 2 damage. Well, that would kill her or knock her out. And then we'd have to use a healing surge. So you know what? We're bouncing this one. 5 experience points. That's going to be Blazing Skeleton 2, 4 for the ghoul and the zombie. So 5 experience says the fire trap did not trigger. Okay. And now we have to move monsters. Well, the only monster she has on the board right now is the gargoyle. And because it's way over here, it doesn't do anything. It's more than 1 tile away. And so on we go to the next turn. We have no monsters this time, so I suppose that's pretty good. I really wish we could heal, though, but it does not look like we can. Okay, carrying on. I'm going to slide everything down a little bit because we're going to have Allisa do a move. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go to this edge, 6. All right, off we go to that edge. It's going to readjust things a little bit here so I can get everything sort of in camera. And now it's the exploration phase. And next tile off the top, a black triangle. So Strahd not going to wake up, but we are going to have an encounter card that we can't bounce because we don't have enough experience anymore. However, we're not finished yet because we need to draw a monster. The monster we get is a spider. Well, it's the first time we've seen this guy. I'm sure he's going to be pleasant. So we get a spider. Comes out of the bone pile right here. All right, now it is time for the encounter card. The encounter card we get is a crossbow turret trap. Why do I have a feeling I'm going down? All right. Place the crossbow turret marker on the active hero's tile. Okay, trigger the trap during your villain phase. Attack each hero within 1 tile. Yeah, we are going down. Can't bounce that one. All right, let me find the crossbow turret. All right, found the crossbow turret trap. It is going to be on this tile with us, unfortunately. So it becomes part of our sequence of activations. Actually, the spider might take us out first anyway. We'll see. So that was our encounter. And now we need to have monsters activate in order. Well, the gargoyle's going to activate first. He's way over here. He's not going to do anything. Next up is the vermin spider. So what do we have for the spider? If the spider is adjacent, it isn't. If the spider's within 1, it moves to the closest hero. Oh, it attacks the closest hero with an acidic web. So it uses its web. Okay, so plus 11. Wow. Yeah, it's going to miss for sure. So it's shooting the web at us, and it would do a damage if it hits us. So plus 11. 1. That is a total miss. Excellent. Does not web us. However, excellent as that is, we next have to deal with the crossbow turret trap. And unfortunately for us, it's plus 8, does 2 damage, or if it misses, it still does 1 damage. So we only have 1 health left. There's no point even rolling. The crossbow turret trap takes us out. Boom! All right, I'm going to readjust the camera a little bit, and looks like we're going to be needing that healing surge. So we just got knocked out to 0 hit points. I'll be right back in a minute. All right, so it's the start of the hero phase, and we are completely nailed down with damage. So we need to spend a healing surge. So one of our 2 healing surges has been used, and on our card it says surge value. So we are going to regain 4 health because our surge value is 4 hit points. So we come back to life, or we shrug it off, or whatever you want to call it, back to having 4 health. And now back to the board to continue on with our play. And I should mention, if you were ever knocked out like that and you need a healing surge and you don't have one, you lose the scenario. You've lost. All right, up is of course, the hero phase. So she used the healing surge. We don't want to stay on the crossbow turret trap. Wow, within 1 tile. That is unfortunate because it's going to shoot at us from 1 tile away. So we have a decision to make. We can try to disable it. I think we're just going to take the shot from it. We're going to move 1, 2, 3, which is, here. Again, we can explore an edge. And we are going to just use our careful attack to take out the venom spider. Boom, 1 damage. It only has 1 hit point. And so we are taking it out. It's going to give us 2 experience. Not quite enough experience yet to bounce an encounter card. But we do kill the spider. We do get a treasure card. So maybe this can be something useful for us. Burst of speed. Your hero can now move his or her speed. Is that going to do me any good? And we have to use it immediately so we can move our speed. I wonder if I can get all the way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I can't get really anywhere. So my burst of speed, whatever. I'll just go to the edge here. We're going to explore here. Yes, 4 hit points left. Things are getting not great. And we explore. But indeed, finally, we find the secret stairway. Can we survive long enough to get out of here? I don't know. It's possible. Let's find out. Of course, it's a white tile. And of course, the white tile means the sun tracker moves to Strad waking up. So, yes, indeed, someone is going to be waking up. And it says, somewhere in the darkness behind you, you hear the sound of stone scraping on stone. It must be the sound of Strahd's coffin lid sliding open. The vampire lord has awakened. Well, he's awake, which means he's the villain, and he's going to activate during the villain phase. Indeed, he's going to be coming after us, but he's a long, long way away. Our exit is right here. However, we have to draw a monster first. Let's hope it's not something too vile. It's another rat swarm. Boy, this place was crawling with rats. All right. Another rat swarm it is in our way. And how we win the scenario is if we start on the secret stairway tile at the beginning of our hero phase, we escape and win the game. Wow. All right. Well, somewhat anticlimactic since Strahd is about 7 miles away from us, but that was kind of the tactic here to get out of it. However, now it is the villain phase, and we did explore. We did activate Strad, and so if villains are in play, you activate them. Well, let's take a look at him, even though he's not going to really be doing a whole heck of a lot. His tactics, he has a whole pile of tactics, and basically none of these apply if he has 5 hit points. No. If he's within a tile, no. If he's within 1 tile, no. If he has 5 hit points or fewer, no. Otherwise, Strahd moves 2 tiles toward the hero with the most hit points. So he's basically coming for us. So I'm going to have to readjust the camera, or actually I will. Can I just cheat? I wonder how much I can cheat. Since Strahd is way over here in the crypt, this is looking awful. He's going to move 2 tiles, 1, 2. So he is on his way, but look at how far away we are from him. I don't think we have to worry about him too much. What we do need to worry about is the monsters. Of course, up first is the gargoyle, but because he's a gargoyle and he's a long ways away, he just sits there doing his gargoyle thing, looking stony and menacing. The thing we need to worry about is the crossbow turret. And it says it triggers during the villain attack phase. Attack each hero within 1 tile of the trap. It's +8 and it does 2 damage. I have 4 health left, so yeah, all right. It's within 1 tile of me and it gets +8. So come on, let's have a miss. A 12 and 8 is 20. It hits me, does 2 damage, which means I have 2 health left. Okay, 2 health left, but I have 1 surge token. Not too bad. Up next, the rat swarm. The rat swarm is within 1 tile. It moves the closest hero's tile and attacks everyone with a multitude of bites. So it's going to move onto the tile with us, and it's going to give us a multitude of bites +7. And it rolls a 7, and a 7 is only 14. Our armor class is 15, so it misses us. It does not give us damage. Up next, of course, is back to the hero phase. And that is us. And so for the hero phase, we get to attack and move. So I'm going to use the standard, yes indeed, our careful attack. We squish all of the rats trying to attack us, taking them out. So that gives us another experience point. We get a treasure card. And we get a lucky charm. Use this item after any die roll, re-roll the die. So we have a lucky charm for re-rolling. Boots of striding, necklace of fireballs, but looking okay. So that was our attack. Our move, we're going to move right here onto the stairway. Now we're not exploring. It's the exploration phase, but we are not going to explore anything because we don't want to draw another monster out, because this tile has to be free of monsters as well for us to escape. Up next is going to be the villain phase. And it says if you didn't place a tile during the exploration phase, or if you place one on the black triangle, you draw an encounter card. Well, we need to draw an encounter card, but luckily for us, we have 5 experience, so we can bounce whatever it is. It says a secret door. Draw a tile from the bottom of the dungeon stack and place it adjacent to an unexplored edge closest to the active hero. Place a new monster on the tile, but do not draw an encounter card. We are just going to say, you know what? We're out of here. We are going to spend our last 5 experience, 2, 4, 5, in monsters, and we are going to make that event not happen. All right, in order, now the villain goes, and Strad is, of course, too far away from us to do a heck of a lot, but he will move 2 tiles closer, 1, 2. So he is hot on our trail, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to get to us before we get away. And lastly, we look at the crossbow turret. And it says, trigger the trap during your villain phase. Attack each hero within 1 tile. Well, 1, 2. We are 2 tiles, so we are not close enough to the crossbow turret trap for it to attack us. We have 2 hit points left, and now it is going to be the beginning of a new turn, and guess what? Indeed, we are on the secret stairway. And that says victory. You win the game when a hero starts his or her turn on the secret stairway tile. So, Strahd bushwhacked us in the night, brought us to his crypt, but we woke up during the morning, I guess because we're a hero and that's what we do. And we managed to get out of here before Strahd could catch us, or before any of his monsters or traps could take us out for good. So that's the end of Adventure 1, Escape the Tomb. We've managed to escape the tomb. And that's Castle Ravenloft. I'm sorry for a bunch of the mistakes that I made along the way. It's not a really complicated game, but of course I mucked up a bunch of things, mostly at the beginning forgetting to draw treasure cards. And yes, the Glyph of Warding was a big one. It should not have been placed, but again, there you have it. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking the videos if you do. Of course, coming up soon will be another card or board game playthrough from beginning to end. That's what I do on my channel. So again, thanks so much for comments and everything you guys do for me here watching my playthroughs, which is excellent. And thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.